What's up? It's your daily dose of TCG, and today we need to talk about the new One Piece set, OP-14, the 7 Warlord set. And this will also be probably the most interesting release that we've had in the One Piece TCG franchise as a whole. And the reason I say that is because in Japan, this set will be releasing in November, and the English release for this set will be in January of 2026. Now, that might not sound that interesting because that's normally how they release these One Piece TCG sets. But where it gets super interesting at is actually how they're releasing this set, because they're trying to sync up both the Japanese version of the game and the English version of the game. And how they're doing that is actually really interesting, because if we take a look at this picture right here, guys, this is how the English release will go. In January, we're getting booster pack OP-14 plus half of EBO4, which is going to be including the green, blue, and purple cards from EBO4, which will be released first in the English side of things. So this set won't even be out in Japan when it comes out for the English version of the game. And that's also stated right here in this, the English breakdown for it. The release date is January 2026, and they're releasing OP-14 with EBO4. And the reason they're doing this, like I mentioned before, is to catch up the game to the Japanese version, because the Japanese version's always been ahead, and this is the only way they can do it, right? By releasing half of EBO4 within OP-14, and then whenever OP-15 comes out, then they'll be releasing the rest of EBO4 in that set there, which is also fairly different than we normally see things, because this will be a full set in Japan. So EBO4, they're releasing everything. I want to say this is for the Egghead arc, which I think will be quite nice to see. I can't wait to see if we get a cool Kuma card in there, especially Kuma punching Saturn. That would be peak. Honestly, that would be peak. But ultimately, that's going to look quite different for the English side. Now, will EBO4 get a full release? I don't know. We don't have all the details on it right now. But what I will say is I think both of these sets, Japanese and English, will hold two completely separate values just because of the extra stuff that the English version is getting versus the Japanese version, considering it is also a world first release for the English version. Now, like I said, we don't have any information really on EBO4, so we don't know what the cards look like, what the cards do, or anything like that. So today we're literally just focusing on OP-14 and everything that's coming within this set. We're focusing on these 7 Warlords of the Sea this set. Those are the 7 leader cards that we're getting. So we're getting a new purple Doflamingo leader, a new black Crocodile leader, a new blue Jinbei leader, which is actually different from the green Jinbei from before. So Fishman decks are going to look really weird this time around. I don't know how good this deck will be off rip though, just because of the fact, really, what blue Fishman cards do we even have in the game right now? Most of them are green. We're also getting a new red Lard leader, a new black and yellow Gecko Moria leader, a new blue and yellow Boa Hancock leader, which actually I think could maybe just bring back a blue Boa meta. And finally, the last leader, the new green Dracula Mihawk. So with there being so many new leader cards being added to the game, I think this could do a very good job of shaking up the meta. Not that I'm a very knowledgeable player on the meta, but with there being 7 new leaders, I think that's a great possibility. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think it's going to shake up the meta, because right now the current meta is Emu, Ace, and Green Zoro from OP-12. So if this can shake up the meta a little bit, I would be completely fine with that, because I think we see an oversaturation of Emu decks right now, me included. I am using an Emu deck, and I love the Emu deck, but I like having a lot more leaders and have a lot more different options when building teams and stuff like that. So now let's take a look at the different rarities of cards we're getting within this set. So number 1, we are getting a new Golden Dawn card. This is going to be a Mihawk Golden Dawn card. I think this looks sick. I like that we're getting Golden Dawns added with every set. I think this does add some extra pizzazz. Like the Goldie Roger Gold Dawn, great idea. I love the Goldie Roger Golden Dawn. You get 2 per case, so I think the rates for hitting these are not too terribly bad, considering you get 2 SPs per case, but SPs are quite random in the grand scheme of things. And while we're on the topic of SPs, let's go ahead and look at the SPs we're getting for this, because this set not only is bringing back Gold Dawn, but it's also bringing back this version of the SP here that we have not seen since, I believe, OP-11, which is Fist of the Divine Seed. These look amazing. I love the way these look. I think these are some of the best looking SPs that we've gotten. I see a lot of criticism actually on what the OP-12 SPs look like, and while, okay, I think the SPs here look pretty decently, I think that most of us could agree that, okay, the negative things, cool, right? I think these are probably some of the best looking SPs in the game. I even think some of these SPs look better than the current SPs that we have right now in OP-13, which honestly is just essentially that last SP we saw from old OP-12. And you put the actual character on the front, so you have the negative character in the back, then you have the other character in the front doing basically the same pose, right? Which I like these. I have an FP Ben Beckman that looks like this. I have this Ben Beckman right here, and I think it looks cool. But really, I think these look much cooler. I think it's just the backgrounds that look much cooler with it, and how it makes the actual characters pop out the cards to me, and just the overall artwork for it. Me personally, Perona. If I don't get a Perona, I probably will buy a Perona, because Perona is my favorite character. We love Perona. We stand Perona. Yeah, so I really want a Perona SP if I can get my hands on one. We're also getting some decent looking alt arts here as well. Like, I think the Mr. 2 artwork here looks amazing. I love the Nami Schwan transformation. It looks so good. Don't really care for Mr. 1's that much. I think the blades on his arm look kind of weird. Hey, yo, but the Nico Robin can get it, bro. She looks hot. And then Jinbei's alt art looks really good here, too. Now, I don't know if I like Traffy smiling. I don't know. I feel like most of the show he's frowning. I don't know how I feel about him smiling like that. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Do you think Traffy should be smiling in this alt art? What do you guys think about the alt art? Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Do you think they're superior to OP-13, or do you think they're worse than OP-13? Personally, if you want my opinion on this, I generally think the alt arts for OP-13 are clearing. Maybe that's just because of the fact that we are getting the alternate arts of all the Gorosei, and I think the Gorosei look absolutely amazing with their alt arts. And that's the genuine majority of the alt arts that we got within the set. Now, okay, I think you can make an argument like, I personally, if I were to give you my honest opinion, I like Yamato's alt art a lot for OP-13. I like Bonnie's alt art. I like Bonnie's alt art as well. I like Stussy's alt art. I'm not really a big fan of Rayleigh's alt art, nor Shank's alt art that much. I feel like they look too similar to some other like normal cards that they have. I think Goldie Rogers looks sick, but overall, I do think OP-13 does have the crown on the better alt arts currently. We also have the alt arts of Doflamingo, Boa Hancock here, and then we're also going to be having the alt art of Gecko Moria too, which I think all of these look pretty sick. Now, the Gecko Moria one, I feel like could have a little bit more done to it. Not gonna lie. I do like the design. I feel like there could be a little bit more done to it though. And some of my favorite alt arts for the SECs are probably this Mihawk and this crocodile here. They look like painted, hand drawn. Like, I don't know how to describe the illustration work on these, but they look sick. I really like, dude, Mihawk. My God, dude, he looks super cool. Like, genuinely, I just can't stop like gushing about the set here. I think this Zoro and this Luffy here look all right. I don't think they're the best looking things in the world here. I think that Nami looks okay. I like Perona, but I'm just a Perona simp, I guess. I think this Shanks looks decent as well. I don't think it's like the best thing in the world. Like I said, I love the way these SPs look here. And then we also have two new event cards that are mangas. Boa Hancock, brother, sign me up. Get me that Boa Hancock event manga card there. It looks great. And the crocodile one, I think the crocodile one's okay. But the Boa Hancock one, hey, yo, if you couldn't get a manga rare Boa Hancock, this is the next best thing, okay? This thing looks great. And then to cap it all off, guys, we have the new Dracula Mihawk manga rare, which... chef's kiss. But that's really going over all the cards that we're getting in the Japanese version of OP-14. Like I mentioned before, we are getting half of EBO4 with the English release, and that's why I feel like both of the sets are going to perform very differently. I think coming off the high of OP-13, especially for the Japanese audience, I don't know if the set will do as well. And I think the reason that is because we already have so many different manga rares and so many different cool looking SPs. You have the Jujutsu Kaisen alt arts and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of hype still for OP-13. I think OP-13 will probably be the biggest set for a long time to come. And I think it will be hard to actually top that set. I think the same thing might be true for the English release of OP-14, but it is going to be a little bit different because we are getting EBO4, which if it covers the Egghead Saga, I think if you get that Kuma card in there, I think the Kuma card is going to be sick. I'm not going to lie. And surely they wouldn't do Elders there too, right? Maybe they do Elders. I don't know, because I mean, it's talking about the disaster of Egghead Island, so... Or maybe it's just all the Vegapunks or something, like a Vegapunk-centric. I don't know what EBO4 is going to be. Anyways, guys, tell me what you guys think about OP-14 in the comment section down below. I'll have a future video going in more into depth on why I think that probably OP-14 won't perform as well as OP-13 did, but it's still probably a decent set to get into. And then when the set actually comes out, when we see more players using the set in tournaments, we can actually talk about what metas are actually going to stand out within this set, because I couldn't tell you right now, but until we get like actual data on what's good and what's not good. With that being said, guys, subscribe if you haven't already. That's going to do it for me, and I'm out of here, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.